All right, first, appreciate you guys for getting on the Zoom. It's kind of crazy what the pandemic has done, how it's changed how you do interviews. So, appreciate you guys getting on. First, just I want to say thanks to Coach Gross for giving me an opportunity to come back to Jacksonville State where I played and coached at for a long time. He gave me an opportunity to come back, and the career he's had here and in coaching in general. That is something that all coaches strive to be, and that's what they want to. That's how they would want to with their coach career. He's a great man. He's done a great job here, and wish him nothing but the best. But I want to thank him for the opportunity to have a chance to come back here to Jacksonville State to give me the opportunity to come back and coach. I'd like to thank Dr. Killingsworth and Greg Sykes for giving me the opportunity to be the interim. It's one of those. It's an exciting time just because, as a coach, you always your goal is always you want to be a head coach. And I get that opportunity for at least, I think, 10 more days. So it's a fun time, and I can't wait. I think I'm excited to be around these guys, and it's fun for them. And, the big thing that we talked about as a staff and talked about with those guys, we have some seniors here that have opportunity to play their last 2 football games. And the big thing we want to do is not cheat the game of football and not cheat these last 2 weeks. So everything that we do, we're going to come in and we're going to be excited that we're football coaches and that we're football players at Jacksonville State. And so we're going to do our best to put a good product out on the field, knowing that we have some things that we have to do to give ourselves a chance to be successful. And so that's what we're working on this week. And, looking forward to a really good opponent in Lamar. They do some things that challenge us on offense, defense, and in the kicking game, and we're looking forward to going to attack those things. And just to talk about the Abilene game, I think the difference in that game was that we set the tempo up front on the offensive line and the defensive line. Being able to run the ball and stop the run, I think that was a huge deal for us. I think that was the first game that we've had in a while that we were able to go out and do those things. And when you are able to run the ball, stop the run, that gives your team a chance to win the game because you can control the line of scrimmage, and now that opens up the pass game, and that opens up so many other things that you can do. You can make the offense one-dimensional, and now you can draw all the crazy lines you want to draw to get out to the quarterback. And so I think, being able to run the ball, stop the run, we created turnovers on defense. We had one hiccup on offense late in the game, but we always want to protect the football, which we did a really, really good job of. And, we cut down on the penalties, and that gives us a chance to win. And so I was excited, to go through and see that and see the way the guys responded. With Coach Gross telling them on Friday and, right before the game and telling us we all asked that they, respond the right way, and they did. And so it was a big time way to respond, and that tells you the character of the men that we have in the room and that the men that we have up in this building that are coaching these guys. So excited for this week. We've been getting out there pretty good the last 2 days, and we have 2 more days where we got to prepare to get ready to go out to Beaumont, Texas.
Questions, guys?
Coach Thurman, what do you see as your biggest job over the next 10 days or so?
Just making sure the guys don't cheat the game. Understand that football is a great game. It teaches you a lot about life. It teaches you how to respond to adversity. Because what happens in the game of football, you can go out and, you jump up on people 14, 21 points, and all of a sudden you're in a dogfight. You can go down 14 or 21 points, and then now you get yourselves back in the game. So how to handle adversity, respond, and do not cheat this game. And it'll teach you a life lesson going forward of how important it is to respond, because I tell my guys, the bandit specialists and the team, one day you're going to sit in front of at a table with a wife and kids, and you're going to have to respond to a bad day. And so that's what I ask the guys to do, and I ask the coaches as well. Let's go out, don't cheat the game, and let's have a great response.
Max, this is Joe Medley. Just what have these last few days been like? Just since Coach Ross told everybody Friday, and then when you learned you were going to have your new role.
Man, it's been crazy, I've had a crazy probably 2 weeks. My wife was driving over before the Central Arkansas game. She has a wreck on Interstate 20, messes up her car pretty bad. She's like 3 feet from the tree line, that could have turned out the other way. Get a call 3:30 Saturday morning. But if that was on Thursday night, get a call Saturday morning about 3:30 a.m. My dad passes away before the UCA game. You know, we go out. We don't have the kind of success we want to have versus UCA. You know, going through the week's prep, coach comes in, tells us that he's resigning as head coach. We go out, you know, have a great game. You know, we win. Then you get a call, hey, you're going to be an interim head coach. And, like, man, it's been an absolute whirlwind for me for the last 2 weeks. But, you know, it's been a fun time just to experience, and all the people that have reached out to call, text, send messages just to say, hey, man, we pulling for you, knowing that, you know, it's a temporary deal, you know, that we want you to go out and have success and enjoy it, knowing that I play here, knowing how much this place means to me. You know, this is where I basically came from in 1996 till 2012. And, you know, my kids went to school in the community, you know, and it's a big deal for me. And the people that know me know how much I know the way I feel about Jacksonville State. So it's been a whirlwind, Joe, but, I mean, it's fun. It's all worth it, man. And I tell these dudes and the coaches, man, we're going to go out there. They're going to kick that ball off at Beaumont, Texas at 4 o'clock. So it don't matter. So we just got to get ready to go. That's one of those things, Joe, I don't control that, man. All I control is making sure these guys have a great experience for 2 weeks and make sure the coaches have a great experience and we have a great time and we put a great brand of football out there on Saturday and all that stuff. Those people may have a lot more zeros and commas in their paycheck that make those decisions. So my job is to come out and make sure that these guys do the right things, and let's go have a great time and let's play the football the right way and let's not cheat the game. No, nothing. Like, everything is pretty much the same. Coach Kilgore and I, we were, you know, working on special teams together. So really, the only thing that really it changes is now he's gonna do it all. Where I'm bouncing back and forth between offense, defense, and then special teams, which, you know, and I have a lot of faith in Coach Ogle and Coach Sig. Those guys do a great job. So I'm not going in there telling them, hey, you know, give it to the fullback on this play. I'm not going in there telling Coach Sig, hey, let's blitz. Man, those guys do a great job. And I believe in them, and I know they're going to give our guys and our team a great opportunity to be successful.
For both the players, could you talk a little bit about Coach Thurmond, what some of your thoughts are on him?
He's a great coach. It's crazy. I used to he probably don't know this. First time he'll know this, but I used to be in my room with my roommates, and I always said I could see him as a head coach. You know, the way he grabs everybody's attention. You know, just through special teams. I always knew he'd be that type of, you know, that caliber guy for a head coaching job. And just on everything, you know, I know it's a business. This is actually my second time going through this. I went through this at WKU, so you know, he's a great man. Coach Gross is a great man. He was a man of God. You know, he has an incredible resume. You know, I wish the best of luck to him. And I just want to say thank you for giving me the opportunity to come here and give me a chance. But, you know, at the end of the day, I know it's a business. So, you know, we just got to go out there and finish these last 2 games. That's our main focus, is to go out there and, you know, finish.
I would say Coach Thurmond is really a big energy guy. Coming into special teams, all the time he's hype. He's like always the same, always giving energy, always giving us energy, have lots of fun. So that's a real big thing with these last 2 games, that he makes sure that we do our job and have a lot of fun, because this is a game that you can't just take for granted, because you never know when it's going to be your last time playing. So with everything you do, every practice, every day of preparation, that you put 100% into it, and you just do your best, because you not only doing it for you, you doing it for the man to the right and to the left of you, and for your coaches and everybody in the facility. So the whole thing is just all the energy that he brings, and allowing us to have a lot of fun while we're doing it.
All 3 of you. You know, last week you guys got that much-needed win, but what was the mood in the locker room after? Because it was obviously an important win. At the same time, you had the sobering news of Coach Gross resigning. So, what was the locker room like after the game?
It was a great feeling. You know, it's always a great feeling to win. You know what I'm saying? You know, we go out there to win each and every week. We work hard each and every week, and we prepare as best we can to go out there and execute. There's some days we fell short, but the next week we got back to work. We never let it scar us, and we just go out there Monday, Sunday, we soak it all in, and then Monday we let it go, and we go on to the next opponent. But it was a great feeling though. It's always a great feeling to win.
I would say the energy was pretty good. Like, we come in, and like he said, after a win, it's always good to win. So us coming in, enjoying the win with each other, because that's what we're doing. We plan for each other. So getting that win was really good. I think so.
I think, and like both the guys said, it was good. Like, one thing you never take for granted is winning. And I learned that in my career a short time ago. Back when you go 0-11, you understand how the feeling, the joy that you get when you go out and you come out on top. So you never take that for granted, no matter the circumstance. And so I think to send Coach Gross out with a win was really, really huge. And I think those guys, they bought into it and did what we asked them to do. And I think just to have that feeling of knowing, like, hey, he left Jacksonville State on top with a win. That for him, there cannot be a better feeling than, hey, I'm telling you guys the situation. I want you to respond the right way. Let's go out, let's have success, and then let's come back in the locker room and enjoy it. And I think the guys did a great job of it. And I think, whenever you win, it's always better. Your food tastes better. Everything's better when you win.
Coach Thurman, just to clarify on something Joe asked earlier, do you plan to tell Greg Sykes that you are interested in the head coaching job beyond the 10 days?
My job is to go out. He gave me the task of making sure these guys are prepared to play against Lamar and EKU. Like, if they decide that, hey, Max, we want to interview for this job, I will be over the moon excited. If they call me and say, hey, Max, you need to get your office packed up and be gone tomorrow, I'll be just as excited, because this place, the amount of memories and everything that I have done here at this place, it is absolutely 100% awesome. I have no regrets about anything that goes on from this day forward, because of all the things that Jacksonville State has done for me personally and my family. It is so awesome here. So all that stuff is still, again, the guys that have a lot of zeros and a lot of commas, they make those decisions. And whatever is decided here at Jacksonville State, I will, support them. Whether I'm here, whether I'm not here, I still will support Jacksonville State, just like I always have, because this place is so special to me.
Have you had a chance to talk to Coach Gross since the weekend?
Yes, I have. And, he wishes us nothing but the best. He feels, he's excited about, for me, he's excited for these guys, talking about, hey, man, y'all got a great chance to go 2-0. Let's go make sure you do everything possible to make sure you go 2-0 and send these guys out the right way. And so that's what he's always been that way. He's always an upbeat guy, and Tullis talked about it. He's a man of God who really believes, and, this is just a little bit of adversity for him, but he will wind up being in a good spot, and he will be well taken care of because of his faith and his belief and the things and how he carries himself. He will be 100% okay, and he wants us to be great, and he wants us to be great for 2 more weeks.
Obviously, you two players are here for a reason, because you're strong leaders. How important is leadership going to be over these last 2 games, not only for this team, but also for Coach Thurman, who obviously has a lot of years invested, in this university. So how important is it going to be for you guys to be strong leaders and see this thing through the right way?
Well, I think it takes more than 2. It takes a team. And like I said, I think that was a big stepping stone for us. Like I said, with Friday, getting the news and going out there executing and getting the W. We all a family. Everything we do in locker room, everything we talk about in meetings, everything's a family. We break it down on family. So I think it takes more than 2. I think we let our play describe our leadership, besides, with the coaches talking and everything. We just go out there and we just got to play at a time. Just go out there and do our job, so.
In the time of this unfortunate situation, I feel like leadership is really big because once your head coach resigns, he is your big leader, and then you have some people who are naturally leaders, some people who are naturally followers, and the followers need someone to follow behind. And us as being leaders is really important to showing them, like, just because this situation happened, like, the game doesn't change. You still have to go do your job, still have to have fun, still have to execute at a high level. And it's just really important, not only, like, in the game of football, but like Coach Thurman said, in life. You'll face adversity, and as a leader, you should show one of your other teammates, like, how to face this adversity when you hit it, because at one point he will be the head of his household and be a leader and have people following him, so he should know how to handle this adversity when going through it. So I think it's really important, but like Josh said, we are a big family, so if anyone's down, we always have somebody else to lean on, and always there for each other whenever the time is needed.
And I think leadership is always a deal that you want to go through, as I was told a long time ago, for the position coach, each position coach is the head coach of your position. And so when you have your position, you want to make sure that you put your guys in situations to lead, and you give them opportunities to lead. And everybody has different leadership styles. You have guys that are more of your aggressive, rah-rah kind of guys. You have some guys that are laid back, just go by and tap a guy on the back and be like, hey, man, time to pick it up. Let's go. And so I think with our guys, they do a really good job of picking up each other, knowing when it's time to, be the aggressive leadership style, more of the in your face. And they also do a great job of, like, okay, hey, man, we know what you're about. Just get it fixed and let's go. And so the guys do a great job. But, man, it's a great group of guys down there in that locker room, and they do a great job with that stuff with leadership.
Just like I said, he's a big energy guy. He makes an instant spark in the room when he comes in. You know his absence. You know when he's gone. You know when he's here. So it's like, that's a big thing, mainly with a team. A team is full of energy. No matter how much talent on paper you have, when you have it takes a guy to get everybody to buy in and listen. It's the little things. Like I say, he's a great guy. Like I say, he's a real big energy guy, and that's one thing you can't never knock down. But I don't know. It's just something that just told me, like, I always felt like he could be a head coach. You know what I mean? It's just, it's just something it's one of them feelings. So, he's a great guy. He's a great coach, and he comes every day to work. He's never changed. He's true to himself. So, and everybody sees that. And that's why I think he got that's why he got the head coaching job.